New Mexico's climate is changing. Since 1970, New Mexico's has warmed 0.6 degrees Fahrenheit per decade.
We live in a desert where experiencing drought is a normal thing. However, over the years, the severity of drought has seen a concerning spike, exceeding the bounds of natural occurrence. In 2022, New Mexico's precipitation was 11.89 inches, or 1.42 inches below the normal of 13.31 inches. This points to the impact of climate change.
As the thermometer continues its upward climb and the drought becomes more pronounced, the specter of wildlife looms large over New Mexico, all attributable to the overarching influence of climate change. Compounding the issue is the influx of new residents into our state, intensifying already stretched water resources to accommodate for a growing population.
Climate change certainly plays an important role in the drought in New Mexico. This isn't just an issue affecting a select few, but it is a threat to all New Mexicans. It is our shared responsibility to recognize the situation's urgency and act promptly to preserve the land of enchantment.
Did you know that some regions in the West rely on snowmelt for water? So if one year they don't get a lot of rain, their animals, crops, and people get affected?
Also, the last couple of years have been the worst for New Mexico. In fact, it has been the worst in 1,200 years here. In 2004, there was a huge drought spike, with about 36.5% of the state in extreme drought.
2023, New Mexico's total area in drought is 97%. Currently, 3% of New Mexico is abnormally dry. 9% is facing moderate drought. 44.7% is facing severe drought. 36% is facing extreme drought. And 7% is facing exceptional drought. Now let's look at the numbers. The Rio Grande is experiencing historically low levels, and our reservoirs are taking social distancing to a new level. The water demand is high, but the supply, well, let's say it's plain hard to get.
Picture this. Farms that used to be green and lush are now like a beige carpet. The agriculture area, which is crucial for our communities, is facing challenges. Crops are struggling to grow, making it harder for farmers to maintain their livestock if there's no water to water the plants. If there are no plants or animals, the local stores and supermarkets are also greatly affected, but also our people because they can't eat or get the nutrients they need to live.
This also affects me because I have a farm myself, and within that farm we experience a lot of drought, and in the past we've had a lot of trouble growing crops. And the coyotes haven't had anything to drink, so they've been circling into our land, eating our animals and drinking all our water.
Throughout the years, farming has been relatively easy, but with all the drought that has been happening, it's been getting harder and harder to grow crops and maintain livestock.
The drought in New Mexico has caused damage to crop fields and reduced growth. The lack has caused some riverbeds to dry up, causing plants not to grow and crippling the agricultural economy, which ruins the daily lives of farmers, which again is causing many crops fail to grow and harder to maintain livestock.
Since rain is mostly uncommon in New Mexico, farmers can't grow their crops, so they're forced to sell their livestock.
If New Mexico reaches extreme drought, the remaining livestock will start to die, and food prices for animals will increase.
This leaves the agricultural economy in New Mexico in chaos, and most jobs for people are all gone.
The impact of climate change is hitting us hard, and it's something we can't ignore. According to the Intergovernmental Plan on Climate Change, global temperatures have risen approximately 1.2 degrees Celsius above pre-induced levels.
The rising temperatures are worsening droughts, with a significant increase in the frequency and intensity of drought events observed worldwide. A study published in the Journal of Nature Climate Change in 2021 revealed that 20% of the world's population is growing, making it harder to provide water.
These changes are messing with our water sources and affecting the quality and quantity of water available. The World Health Organization estimates that by 2025, half of the world's population will live in areas experiencing limited water resources.
Moreover, agriculture, the backbone of our communities, is facing unprecedented challenges. The climate patterns are disrupting traditional growing seasons, leading to crop failures and food security.
Wildfires, fueled by dry spells linked to climate change. They have become a significant concern. The National Interagency Fire Center in the United States have reported 87,500 wildfires in 2022 alone, burning over 9.6 million acres of land. That's the size of Maryland. This not only poses immediate threats to communities, but it also releases massive amounts of carbon dioxide into the atmosphere.
It's not just about the environment. It's about our lifestyle and the ecosystem that defines our state, to the mountains, to the deserts. We're at a point where we need to take notice and be a part of the solution. Climate change is shaping our reality, and we need to figure out how to address it.
So what's the game plan? It's not a dance, but a collective effort.
We need to support policies that promote sustainable water use and invest in new green technologies.
It's like a science experiment, but with more practical applications. We would need to get rid of wasteful ways we use water,
Like turning off the water when you're brushing your teeth,
making usual showers shorter,
Using drip irrigation for your gardens.
and watering your plants in the morning and evenings to save water.
If we do all of the ideas and practices we just listed, we could save New Mexico from drought.
The data is clear, and the urgency is real. It's time to act, individually and collectively, to mitigate the impacts of climate change and build a substantial future for ourselves and generations to come.
The harsh reality of drought, fueled by the force of climate change, touches the lives of every New Mexican.
As guardians of the land of enchantment, it is our responsibility to rise to the challenge and take meaningful action.
Even though drought happens naturally, we can also figure out ways to adapt and come up with new ideas to deal with it.
The choices we make echo tomorrow, shaping the destiny of our beloved state.
And actively engage in the fight against drought.
Let us preserve the land of enchantment for generations to come. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.